Good day, everyone, and welcome to another inspiring session of B2 Global English Competitiveness. Today, we're exploring Unit 9, The Way I View Art. Prepare to immerse yourself in the world of creativity and expression as we embark on a journey through various art forms and perspectives. In this unit, we'll delve into the following illuminating lessons. Unit 9A, Art in Our Lens. Unit 9B, Who's the Artist? Unit 9C, What's in it for me? And Unit 9D, How to Critique an Artwork. Get ready to expand your artistic horizons and deepen your appreciation for creativity as we explore different art styles, identify artists, uncover personal connections to art, and develop the skills to critique artwork. Through interactive activities and engaging discussions, we'll discover the beauty and significance of art in our lives. So, whether you're an art aficionado or new to the world of artistic expression, join us as we explore the diverse and enriching world of art together. Without further ado, let's dive in to Unit 9A, Art in Our Lens. In this unit, we have 4 can-do objectives. First, describe one's reaction to a visual stimulus. Second, interact informally to show interest. Third, express opinions to justify one's choice. And fourth, critique an art form. Here is a brief unit description for Unit 9. This module enhances students' skills in expressing opinions, justifying choices, interacting informally through arts and other visual stimulus. In order to achieve these, we have broken down the unit into 4 lessons which are entitled 9A, Art in Our Lens. 9B, Who's the Artist? 9C, What's in it for me? 9D, How to Critique an Artwork. The can-do objectives previously mentioned are aligned and embedded to each of the lessons as follows. 9A, describe one's reaction to a visual stimulus. 9B, interact informally to show interest. 9C, express opinions to justify one's choice. And 9D, critique an art form. Without further ado, let's begin with Lesson 9A, Art in Our Lens. And here are the sub-lessons that will help us achieve with our objective. Vocabulary, reading, grammar, and pronunciation. Art is defined generally as a visual object or experience consciously created through an expression of skill or imagination. In this module, the term art incorporates varied media such as sculpture, printmaking, painting, drawing, decorative arts, photography, and installation. Different art forms use different materials and are intended for different types of audience. Let's identify them in the following exercises. Now for our first activity, match the images with the corresponding terminology. For example, in number 1, sculpture. The correct answer here is letter F. Now pause the video and answer items number 2 to 9. Now here are the correct answers. Were you able to identify all of them? Good. Now let's move on with a reading activity. Read the article with me. The presentation of the Philippine arts timeline is segmented along with the timeline of the conqueror's arrival in the country. The arts during each period characterize the beliefs and attributes of the colonizers. Pre-conquest spanned for more than 600 years. The period was characterized by body painting or tattoos for accessories, which are completely different from the succeeding periods. Basic paintings on stones revealed much of what people did for a living during the period. The Spanish period lasted for more than 300 years. As the period marked the beginning of Catholicism, formal arts such as paintings, sculpture, and architecture were introduced. These arts were Catholic-based and were deeply concerned about the colonizers' faith. The American period ran for more than 40 years. The period was characterized by the colonizers' preference in landscapes, still life, and portraits. New art designs in architecture and techniques in literature were widely available and commonly propagated among the masses through education. The Japanese period stretched for 5 years. Artistry experienced a hiatus during the period as the colonizers strongly opposed the Filipinos' claim for freedom of expression and publication. Some artists violated the prohibitions and painted mostly the ruins of war and chaos. During this time, some Japanese poetry structures became known to Filipinos. The post-war republic extended to more than 20 years. This marked the modern period of the Philippine arts when it was perfectly normal for the artists to combine the influences from the previous periods and to experiment on new techniques. Lastly, the contemporary period has continued for more than 50 years. With the emergence of technology, arts has totally developed as characterized by the various forms, purposes, themes, and materials. The characteristics of the country's arts have been evolving and changing. They are reflections of the social development of the country inasmuch as they are also utilized for the improvement of society. Now to test your reading comprehension, match the period with the years when the specific art technique flourished. Pause the video and start answering. Here are the correct answers. Moving on to our second reading activity. Identify the historical period referred to in each item. Pause the video and answer items 1 to 6. Here are the correct answers. Now for our third activity, use the words in the box to complete the sentences that follow. Again, pause the video and answer items 1 to 6. Here are the correct answers. Now we're down to our final activity for reading. Use the collocations in the box to complete the sentences that follow. Pause the video and answer items 1 to 6. Here are the correct answers. For B2 students, we need to learn collocations. The next grammar skill is on adverb-adjective collocations. Just like in the example, that painting is reasonably priced for the material used. Reasonably is an adverb and priced is an adjective. Combining the two makes an adverb-adjective collocation. Not all adjectives are created equal. Adjectives are describing words. They describe people, places, things, objects, and ideas. In other words, They modify nouns and pronouns. Their usage depends on their appropriateness to the meaning being conveyed and to the context. In the following exercise, let's review the basics of adjectives and how they are used in sentences. Let's put your grammar knowledge to a test. Choose the correct adjectives to describe the artwork. For example, in number 1, the family portrait is huge for a wall in the house. Now pause the video and answer numbers 2 to 6. Here are the correct answers. Now for our next lesson, let's talk about adverbs. Adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. For example, you can go directly to the park. The adverb directly modifies the verb go, and in the sense directly modifies the manner of going to the park. Next, the performance was rather odd for the occasion. The adverb rather modifies the adjective odd. Other common adverbs to modify adjectives are very, less, more, most, to name a few. And a third example, the sound was audible even from a distance. They must have prepared for the event quite well. The adverbs quite and well can come together to show intensity. Quite, as an adverb, modifies another adverb, well. Their positions in a sentence vary depending on their type. For adverbs of frequency, they come in between the subject and the action words. For example, I never paint. The word never is an adverb of frequency. I is the subject. Paint is our action word. Here, our adverb of frequency is in between the subject and the action word. Now for the next example, they often do their art classes at the hall. Our subject is the pronoun they, and the action word is do. Our adverb of frequency often is in the middle. Now for adverbs of time and manner, they come after the action words or usually at the end of the sentence. Take a look at the examples. Draw on the canvas immediately. The students work on their assignments.
Pwede naman nga, for example.
Take a look at the following examples. Draw on the canvas immediately. The students work on their art assignments religiously. Both the adverbs immediately and religiously are found at the end of the sentence. Now, arrange the words or phrases to correctly place the adverbs to describe how to do the artwork. For example, in number 1, they are going to go directly to the museum. Now, pause the video and answer items number 2 to 6. Here are the correct answers. The next exercise facilitates your understanding of the grammar point. Complete the sentences using the collocations in the table below. For example, in number 1, it is completely normal for artists to lose inspiration when they experience losses and despair. After all, They are humans too. Now, pause the video and answer items number 2 to 6. Here are the correct answers. Front vowel sounds consist of I, E, E. From the list of words given below, put a tick on the box containing words with front vowel sounds. Now pause this video and answer the activity. Here are the correct answers. And with that, we have covered our first can-do objective, which is to describe one's reaction to a visual stimulus. In this lesson, we enhanced your vocabulary on art-related terms. We also read an article on the different historical periods and the art techniques that flourished in those periods. We also talked about adverb-adjective collocations, and we tested your pronunciation skills, specifically with the front vowel sounds. Thank you for participating. Let's continue appreciating the colorful world of art and continue learning from it. That concludes Unit 9A. See you in the next lesson.